yenche no on the
I haven't been invited.
We won't join,
I haven't been interrogated.
You know, being accountable.
As for you cannot run away from accountability because you served in public office, and yet your mind too many of my ejuma share on sir. Nti bibia oye bia no. In fact, another man appointment. One thing that he told me in his living room, in his office, Ewo Jubilee House, the resident, I said, Awuku, remember this is public service, and someday there will be accountability. Ti Sunday no permisi mu ana me Kumasi by road. Na me that's why you say cause be brave on my phone is oh we fry no busa so na ona boys. I'm say I feel yes obi the when ideas bongo ideas so said ono so okra wenya nties and cry ho evidence so ono kwa there or say you me for a couple of days linked to issues during my tenure and corruption and suspected when I'm kudu Kumasi na me call a so for kusi boating so neba wedding program bi Kumasi so kudu me kosi same ho me mo kenteni ntama frame nyade ti ja me joso no ho afrade ni ye na Pia Stadium beto me obe na Pia say na nkwa na juno bi kan say na me say no offend nipa no phone mame edit no say no na wo say enra o te say honorable Akwatia chelo be nipa say no crap no say nipa yi gina me chen wa so apia ye sure say me yes o say look sani ma na mo ya mo de gu nipa ho fin to we na no Pia Stadium no me kasa no them so try no so they to mo friend na be for 10 times I feel there abante ya bongo ideas so say then you posty initially so no crazy EOCO for invite me near Chimia to me say I feel also nim say video na Pia Stadium here na current video and I say old na emu no what he also know is I've been going there to quietly report. I'm a public figure. I don't need to quietly go and report to investigative body. If you're sure say and you see now one thing that I'm very clear in my mind and I keep saying I can't work with so once you occupied public office there will be accountability one day.
Then BBS pa conveniently no be the akosha manyuko bi achi na amare nra ensenenansa you so for kusi what design
kusi boaten
ya sama no ka
ada okande
say I was so obe me because Dr. Baumia madam for why never chube na ne ngoche Dr. Baumia lankasa. Let's stop this.
So you were not in there. Me I was seated among the congregation. He was speaking in a context or say never. Because there were even NDC people there, there were people, you know, say, oh no, he has friends. Now that for power back, any Baumian area, or see they are like my brothers and my sisters. If you're not maybe I only mean I bet me to go bet you. Yes, but don't put it that way. Don't put it that way. We do it. Now do I ask me say conveniently obi di boni wo krom ha e be e konem waye. No say metro video. No problem. What you do let's condemn Yemedi because he are here. No, everything to do with enforcement. Any say obi di boni how is obi di boni?
No, me just obi di boni. That's your question. Say ekopa say. And you see one other thing, maybe revealing your money be brave because there is a matter in court. Internet show came in. Okay. So yes, and we all have our strategies. And the case in court, yes, on filing BB against you. What was it? Okay.
Now, one court and after that's so Kassan.
No, my lawyers yesterday there were some discussions. Okay. So let's see how it goes.
Okay.
And then from, but I need to clear say me BB on toward. I don't even have that intention. Me BB on toward, and you all can shifting goalpost, you know. Now see Augustine doesn't exist. Augustine now comes to talk and then you say something else. So what really is the issue? Go to court, face because you are in court with him. On your Augustine will court. Go and slag it out in court.
Okay.
So that you ever but this issue of
Abusia maminchi na mo kwa bamfa umbra Randy J report so. Na ene Sammy Awuku ya woye MPP mmrahye bedwani wone Akwatia MP ekokushiai ewo United Television so mekire Akwatia MP Bernard Bedi akompedu ekoshiai na nkomo bebre no a na ekoso bese na wotwe entemu enne babeda adwase osofo bi eba bonten ba bekire mu se sa Akwatia MP Bedi akwan eyade se wabu na faso pa kire se wabu osofo ya faso ama osofo no kire se de ye atemodwa no ekɔ wie no sa MP ya bɔ ne ka be $20 million a kire se ensem bebre no se ye no kore se enye no kore ene Akwatia MP ababonten ababe Chirimbo United Television so kire de ba ye nyina ye nam so man ne osofo yi kire se wode no ekɔ asemdi bia ka kɔbɔ ne ka eno so da nkyɛn a Sammy Awuku enya daage kire mu kwan ahodo a ebinim efa so a wono pese wom esunsun motikɔ ema NDC aban ene wonom edi no nwonwono na enso so seb yesi utrim fan ye nti amoanku na enso so enam se wono His Excellency na Danko Akufo-Addo efa no wotu ne fo se ubeya amanyoni a hwe wana montuom yie efiri se bibia de be hye wonsan bia na omanfo ne dia nti bre so a ubebu hu akonta nti saa de ne hyire tirimu a wono wonye na adwene se wode kwati kwan bi ebefa so na wode edi omani sika nti se EOCO be frɛ na no paw awieu anwumre wonde obeba nemom abrante ye frɛ ne se bongo ideas a wonam a otwerɛtwerɛ niema gu amanfo hu fin nanso so se bi obi antimi frɛ ne mo ne kokono de sa abrante no okyira ne kuse firi se nsɛm wode to no so a ma last week baba gintre ha se wono Sammy Awuku no yache no EOCO fo afrɛ ne ade se ebesi ne obi a invite no obi anto ne nsam frɛ no obi amusa na hwee tisansensem no a enam montre so no kure bia enim na ne nkomatwetwe bebre no na course wo UTV a mestre se obagye bre na wahwe bia fi se Sammy Awuku woni Akwatia MP ene wo mo kyere yam papa wo mo kyere yam ne nsem a efiri gu fom no ano den yenkɔ ne yenkotie bi na mestre se obela like video na ma me why wada Roma afi so share ubetimi a na ubetimi atwere brofo so a utia fo adwenkyere bra ye nyina bekenkai bi na yesua mu afamu afotuo
Nanke we the internal elections on Saturday are here very smooth across the country. MPP for no were basking in glory na Sunday and upper sometime. Obi kotena ne TikTok so ya chemi atum for 3 days. Na din MPP for aye nti na omo say omo asemo pesa oti ase kra na ne fire buyer me tiente ti say pesa me hu the baby ade ne kra mpofi no watimi kra de aye calculation just when ti Sunday no permisi mu ana me Kumasi by road na me that's why you say cause be brave on my phone is we fra no busa so na na boys na say I feel yes, it will be the when ideas, bongo ideas. So on so okra when you're in TS and cry home evidence. So on no cry there or say you're chiming for a couple of days linked to issues during my tenure and corruption and suspected. Is what people don't get is you're also playing with people's reputation. Name me one of the defenders of free speech, and I've said it on your platform. Say the only way to discourage hate speech is to promote more speech. Now you confront such lies and hate speech and also with no credit. When I'm kudu Kumasi, na me call a so for kusi boating so neba wedding program bi Kumasi. Kudu ya me kosi same ho me mo kenteni ntama frame nyade. Ti ja me joso me ho Friday ni ye na Pia Stadium beto no baby na Pia say na nkwa na juno bi kan say na me say no. No, offend panel of phone, mammy, editing. I say, no, now say, and what to say, honorable, we are chilling bed. The pants no crap. And I say, ni page na mention also appear sure. Maybe I was a look, Sunny mana mo ya mo de good ni pound into we now appear still don't make us. Them so try and also the tour. More friend Abel for 10 times. I feel there, a brand bongo ideas was then you posty initially so. And no crazy EOCO for inviting me near Chimia to me say I feel also name say video na appear stadium here and a current video and I say old na no what he also known as I've been going there to quietly report. I'm a public figure. I don't need to quietly go and report to investigative body. If you're sure, say and you see now one thing that I'm very clear in my mind and I keep saying I can't work video so once you occupied public office there will be accountability one day. The same way I occupy public office in the past, we will face issues of accountability. And they the occupants of the various seats one day they also have to account for their stewardship. In the NPP and our members won't run away from accountability. What we have bemoaned in the past, the Rambo style, and the kind of drama or the characterize the invitation and the arrest of persons who occupy public office. Let me tell you, I'm a member of parliament. Now, parliament, even though you're MPs and members of parliament, your privileges and immunities. Fast forward. So, would you say, during my tenure as a public servant, and I may occupy a seat on behalf of the president, because Article 58, Article 59 of our Constitution, Mampenine appointed. All of us act in a stead, or the various places on here, Kotana. Mampeni cannot be CEO for all the agencies, cannot be MDs or ministers at the same time. Until representing, until we enwa. Sebe, niema okoye oho, ejuma okoye oho. Obi ba no betena wakonya so. Maybe niema ni bo we hu ni ye na onti ase ye na niema ni bo ejidi se we de ehun behi ase e betoto ano a. It is only civil. Well, I don't think so. Uko EOCO officer home. Eche miracles I call. Na many honorable Ategya lawyer Gary ni makoni lawyer Mafrem Pomam. Na yeti omo waiting room downstairs. Ade baku bi em omo so yemmo na yembo omo pull up na baku esio. Omo so public ne mo omo yembo EOCO adwuma ho a omo ye derupa. Na bisa receptionist say nti sana niema ya mu ye wezi e de ko bon dero ni bi bo amo. But fast forward, I think say is the drama na sa niema na midi ni say eboa. If we did say every appointee of President Akufo-Addo who occupied public position, e hu be yan say ye be frel, ye be toto ano, ye be busa niema ni bia akoye. Oto sa free nipa no. It's only fair says oba because you all Ghanaians that duty. Say obeyi wa no. Ube church and say maybe one poker na ni ono te ye na anti ni ye na we can cause bebre na the most draining part and say you keep explaining yourself on the same matter. No, see, for me that was ade hame
gentleman obo ni di obi beka se ono de you know, or on social media na nkofo enim no bongo ideas. But there was another guy one knows in the way who to be an MPP sympathizer. Alex Tete.
No, there's no cars or no the okra fact. So I've been in there for 3 days for.
And how come say Obia in the way or your party member will also come out to say that?
No, so say about MPP for now and then the Sunday me say who also any video back on so Monday you be who newspapers na asemo no na report you be who say na o kan ye no kra na just more or less be a stadium video no enye no kra
but who newspapers no so do na so any but enye say ya che de
yeah but it was to deny those reports but now my worry is that you see you don't create these unnecessary when it's not necessary.
Okay.
We have a country to govern. A byway should not specialize in macho. When the at the end of the day, the bread and butter issues, genuine. There's heat on the street. Na enkan and I just think that don't just hide behind social media, no. To ruin people's reputation when honestly ni all cannot enyenok me say me hu bibia I'll cross check me na be dia akutuwe weekend be that when say Friday or Saturday e mu baako me say name ono so obi so no horo no
o really nam gidi pa e mu video no mu
cheche auction no akwe na me so na
and oh yeah the video no kwa that time was
video dey me hu
oh so to point or buy it or clear and we and the panel say here be sound
Convoy was one very weekend.
So then you want stress when you see I'm going to my airport to cry me today. Oh, that me that any panel sign
oh, me penny my boy I it's because me who video me say me mom na me na go pass me say side by side Akwatia na epiapem no na no you born of petroling when oh me charge no class short o ma na who say I know tell me I'm no chemu na say it's definitely no me wo baby na me who platform this one dem ma change no ade we no enye akwe so I will urge the young people to and almost say you almost spread some of these things look there's nothing wrong in finding out and cross checking when also to be there but when it becomes deliberate I know they're hard drink.
Okay,
once again, I'm one of the people who always defend freedom of speech. But no more those who defend freedom of speech and feel it's not worth it. No, will not solve the problem. No. First of all, in ruining people's reputation, I'm saying, Obiti said Dr. Bamiala, he's been a subject of some of these things. Many of our leaders in the country. But I can say, they won't solve the problem.
Okay.
You confront it with facts. It's not part of your topics. And I may use the opportunity. Then you're admonishing people, say, try and make sure so TBB and you are not sure.
Verify.
They said reportedly. Reportedly, no the one who reported first. Reportedly. Now, when you're also lucky, they use alleged.
Okay, Mr. Fonti, and no, Honorable Sammy Awuku are clear. No patrol, no.
I haven't been invited. I haven't been interrogated.
You know, being accountable.
As for you cannot run away from accountability. Because you served in public office, and yet your mind too many of my ejuma share on sir. In fact, another man appointment. One thing that he told me in his living room, in his office, Jubilee House, the resident, I said, Awuku, remember this is public service. And someday there will be accountability. To make me proud, make the party proud, make the nation proud. These were his marching orders. In two quarters now, you have to know that deliberately, now you have to be intentional. The MPP4 will not run away from accountability. The same way I don't expect NDC to run away from accountability. So Mufia Kunyaso 2028. May Parliament call recess. But I'm so quite to confirm about me. Have you moved? Well, it's when you could not bother. No, Nagana can approve you bet 280. To blame bother now. The organize the youth organizer. Unapproved route 280. The voter OT area Kwano over 112 unapproved route. Mama in Ghana woman sem. Here. Into because I could not bother which of them? Don't waste your time on it.
Okay.
We are politicians. We serve in public service, public office. NPP will not run away from issues of accountability. The way they are going about it, and the appointees of the current government. And I've said it on your platform. I'm not saying we'll retaliate, but I fear for them. Because every I will have to be dotted. This government, every appointee of the NDC. Because now they make even administrative infractions criminal. Which are the behavior of EOCO and the investigative bodies. And mind you, my colleagues serving in public service, they themselves are worried. Because sometimes you are taking admit, we are friends.
Okay.
With someone in parliament, we are colleagues. And they themselves, they feel uncomfortable with the way my colleagues manning the state investigative bodies are behaving. Because they also know, so what one more would take decisions on behalf of entities. Some of the decisions that you are taking, you mean well, could be administrative, but that should be bad, not criminalizing that administrative decision. And that's why I'm worried for them. Because it may not be the intention of Dr. Bawumia to retaliate because of what is happening to the MPP members. But you have people who believe that Abaye Debo Techino, then they put pressure on the elected president and the government.
Okay, Honorable Kumemo DC has said, Abusia Fonti, Honorable Bernard Bidiako Esquire, Member of Parliament, Emma Akwatia constituency, Honorable Abahase, Honorable Mwatinasi. I didn't know was but on the Michel Keke, no mama on a dog at Chia, we are member also. Why? Okay, dog. So, where you? What I acquire on what come also where? I'm not going to come on. I don't know. Money be one. But therefore, no. When you say, "Sabra no be seen," me won't be. after incident.
Sammy that's so bra. So you also be bra job to be job. So so be kebi.
Doku ne mame mbremo na yenhwe video bi we betimi appreciate sa enkomodi na mo omanfo so awomo ehwe yenti. Run the video now you ready am yenhwe why.
Ade abachi no na bodia no abre na wo wakoto na wadi media minimu eti mimi ntobi because media ne menya ne saa kwadu ago yesu wutu aduboni a ebi kawa no kwadu yaya ne saa amango yaya ne saa anka yaya ne saa wo wanto no wonana no akọ school no watobi oba no akọ school no watobi minka mama samunwa me baba ma wo store yi mu oto kwadu kwama ne ba wo fie okwa na bofra nada eti papa ne team yenu no ono adi ye mi wo fie na bo be 11 ne afra me say o se ne yam ana me se kwadwo ye chako pada ne nom ye kwawie afa ya mani nsuo 8 doctor say kwadu na odi ye no poison ewom kwadu no ya pete so ye fancy da so mi bu sampani fo say edro no why na kraba oman no mu edro no why na kra edro no eba oman no ya digu makoso ya digu nyado aso anioma bebre enti ye market fo no ye ni awudi fo ya baako because anioma no ya poison dada sa enuro no mpanifo mo animu a ye hia bia mo Ghana ye sramo babia efri babia mo nsama ne nko na yen sane ne ye adwuma ne tete mire mo no ya hima afuoni amusha ya me ye ne pepepe yes.
Okay, abusiafo nti wa wo sha dwomni ba wode ne sesi ne bo se de wasi aka no se me de minim saa eniema na se aduro ne de gu bode ne so a minim se de siti nti me de minto bi but me no mi no de ye nim nti be kwa koto edi ye makaye dok
abrant we ma show
me ma show me pa and you say omo ye sa ne ye wudifo what I say enti wudi ni nyese obi asebi watwitu anase kan bi de si uso keke de wo ye wudi akwakogu ndo ye wudi ni a be ma show me pa
Abna Jeff about 3 months ago and a health minister honorable Kobna Minta Kando Edibetu just say Ghana health statistics interest say about 25% of yene Ghana for and as a we nipa and 9 biana at least be mu ba ku bi de or renal related problem you would dey kan na amafonta kidney ho komo ho touch makakra Abna 4 no che say any 1 2 3 4 year here no the likelihood say emu ba ku was problem be e kidney ho no high nkoma ayedi video ya hwe has a direct connection with Sammy health minister Nadibetu just some few weeks ago. I'm happy to say Becca Galamsey asem because I know another issue because you know which is Galamsey no what direct implication was DNA but we ensue we eduane
na de Galamsey ensue api so
that's it asem see Japan into wo resa body nis that's wo resa chemicals no now as an konum nsuo so make credit cyanide gum now person we kidney no energy ohun abna you have a big problem oh my you see nkomo ayedi enye madina nko a enye madina nko a most of our major markets you want to Ghana ha no sa nkomo we koso most of our major markets and I'm happy so video way I wish say conversation about the BM I wish say conversation about the BM because na thing say sensitization nankasa say koso ma edwedifo nankasa no abna is not there say me I am that say nka obebo video we abo send a bear yeni a to aduane se be hu say na ekoso send a bear mo ton aduane no se be hu say na yenim say omoye den omoye and I'm happy say nipa na so kan no so adwede ni bi
when you know when frame
I say drachil so but you see oh yeah then we ye free chemicals no say yem ban penifom ban no we say for chemicals no e say tia say and your chemicals ni na ebetimi ban absolutely because they want the purpose wo ho mercury I can want say mercury you to me can say yeah ban mercury absolutely in Ghana because mercury no ni purpose e say dey no e wo ho oh but I said drug abuse now they be I can want abuse the use now just say you use no basa say na man your problem he say no feel say nka yem ban na kwame en fam Ghana have you now some of these chemicals no I'm lively informed say we call mortuary near there some of these things na ya muhia chemicals we muhia na mo dia body preservations near there is a ban ya be there na you should be my bit me preserve body near there into number 1 FDA I'm not regulators abna I'm not regulators where media me when it comes to these issues of we now regulator me you won't free because workers are more I could share the mamu meetings are more to say bibia mo ye bia no nkomo bi say nti na mo ho problem bi say nti na sa regulator na wo institution no ya establish embrace a tie with you are an authority when your board when your commission when your authority which means say who was hard to me no to even cause for the prosecution of such corporate. Into the point is number 1 they say your institutions no FDA in this case no then power no to safeguard our public health because we share on mandate a woman clear say or some we say on my boy any who buy maybe DBA no everything is up to standard you won't be BIA or but is it, you know the problem most of they can't say about say regional capitals no more office I've now called regional offices now do your checks when we say workers are more per every regional capital among also relative to nipa what region mu no kitwe bi they will tell you say you need to carry the franco for be brain near there for kesi hane ade so at the expense of your life say regional office Okoforidua na fence honorable constituency Akwatia so kan ho all the districts or communities under Okoforidua FDA office no nimpa no mo no mo saying and can they monitor and ensure compliance across the district on what basis or how many times within the year into Akwatis office in there all right but in terms of ensuring say effectiveness no across say between regulating the market no enforcing market no it's not there and at this time I say an important institution be say FDA any district offices into regional and operative be across all the district Sanka, if they are able to localize, go down, district, be FDA offices, send away, all the marketer, everybody know me and monitor some of these things, no. And we can go a long way. Now, me, a friend saying institutions are more compliant. Now, I catch them say, oh, and they need numbers no company, and I say, any workers submit me a junior test. I am who because compliance now, no, Nipa no kwachini pa say, I didn't know no 1 year, and I say, we boom, that's why. What me use authority? What the chili panel? I find no. I'll bet me I raise the funds and revenue. Would be create your workers necker. So why are we not able to do that? Me the entire say. But I don't know if it or no. Unfortunately, say they say na ekoso. Your best BO4. Your best romo. Issues now say ekoso ewo your health sector no and say your market no your food system no very dangerous. Near your police within. Near your imported ba. People slow room and Nayati is just a clear evidence. In Tabana, we must be worried and we must be able to tell the FDA say I was almost stepping up on the game. But the any answer to me before no mommy for no almost omudi job no abana almost job. Mommy for almost to you my no almost job. Sika ben kwa na wo pe. Sika ben kwa na wo pa ntino want me and use the appropriate measures na won fan preserve your name fan my yes na be so we tia to adwane edi. Skabana yepe. Ebi obedo say wo ton mo bi ba o. But what fast ba beto bi edi. Wo da so me wan say wo nya wo ton no be keep papa no ofie na wo da mo busu mo edi. But say wo say ntwe no obusu ni ba beto bi edi. Ana say wo wan ton wo nchen a wa ko ton wo ba bi. ono antono wo nchen a
yeah said ono aka say
wo baby
make say wo baby so be market bi oba na de ono de nim city o
so wo ya wa ha ono so be na wo ho na ina ya bom na say na ya kunya ho ko
that's it do me da sepa ono ba Awuku
Nidi kind, mommy. We are part of the bigger problems about the food sector. The reason why I make kind of say, nipa finding ways how they get it rich quicker. Now, and the chemicals you almost can once a man. I'm going to show the extended video now. Or say chemicals on no more mood on the crack. Penny for. And the crown about go mining na almost about be pay a gas yomo. No crystal pie woman say Ghana there it's not about the lack of law so it's about the enforcement of the laws are mashibedwem yashe ewo. And they edufudie penny sika pay penny intemptino poison crowd the money no no because he has financial benefit. The distinguished Dr. Eka say, he said, "Say, when I be Awuku Juma, we be abehu and we be catch on a unkota. Oh, ba was man so unkota de ojo. And here 4 here. None of us goes to the market directly to buy. Yen for what the four be so. It be obi owo ho fie anase busiani and obi ote won chance ko jonko di dwabra. Ono so kwa ne fe won ani so no no ato no de aba now wo hwe chemicals we ewura eco food mu a na mpanifo ka asem bi se enye ne a eto de bi a ifi wanum ne ba na egu ho fi ne eco wanum no so and we no emawo yare keten be wan afi na kwakoye a whole cancerous situation and I am worried. I'm not because I'm worried about the situation and I'm a boy. It's that you don't even know which markets are affected. You don't even know, say, me could DJ and a beboame. And you money go on book and I say you didn't walk one inch. And I think, say, apart from FDA, apart from your friend is saying Ghana Standards Authority, and the agencies of state are a normal crabatas across the country. They have to be up and doing. It is not just about even the food. There's a nexus between and also means you and JP, let me share a year money about station, a year joy for where advancements was even complaining about the turbidity in water. About ensure you polluted to a certain level. First, the crowd now kokubusa, you be mount the data. To say no, you catch on some more release data crowd now when you won't be at here. And I may share a video from Evaluate Ajomojo. I mean, I just say for the man she be in the crowd. Ensure ne wo hono and also you're polluting from end to end. The timemufo no I even say some pennyfo no are not paying closer attention to it and even alleging crowd the same pennyfo you didn't want there then they are complicit. Mama, we must say just aduane but me more say a part of the larger problem. Now, areas, mining areas, no buying biaba. Make no mistake, the chemicals are also finding its way in the food. Any no buying away dia on. What they all chemicals are dear spray on. Near dia kosha form. Ye to a few honum. They say ocean mercury, ocean yama because you won't you no. And one other water me and maybe any water pure water say or the water your friend is abroad before. It has to take streams, rivers, into your air connected at their water. And for me, I am deeply worried. I'm deeply worried because as a yechi go, if I buy with him and if you know for yechi go straight. Papa, because these are things that you expect government say one, the enforcement of the various laws. Assemblies name was also our bylaws at the local level. You cannot wait no ujama FDA nkwano a. Almost said to me no baby. They may have several offices and officers across. But this situation you are witnessing, it is happening at every corner. And Uche will be fear anymore. Why should you kakra body drone or the at all? Banche kakra, bayre kakra. And the reality of it is that and niema na wahyehyɛ na eno so egu hɔ no no nkrofo na baba beto you may never know where it will find itself. And I think say it's a coordinated effort from agencies of state, from Timemufono and all, and I face the orientation to will be key. Because Ninu had the abre ayeton overnight, no, better than an Indian so abre. Forgetting say the old twam will be a bit me a conantimuano, a bequa could or battle so. And obi no hono ma okoko didi o baby a say ye choba o say ye restaurant o say ye hin o madam fu bi na bu ne bo say ohowo na wi akoko anani abo because obeko no ye de aba beto plate ne so woni say akoko no na ye chicken pox na aye no anase eye den na aye no anani na abo na de abeto. And it's the same thing happening in the market. And as ma okay, mama no video mo say no dey unim on to no. And e bia na so be wa just only do a restaurant no me ade. And it's not possible. Anya no say be kwa pay mu baby. Anya abeko wedding. Anya abeko engagement. Obeko eyiase. The aduane you don't know where abeko akopie. And the reason why I'm worried is that we know the law enforcement agencies no any enforcement of our laws but the orientation of our people. Because nipa na share them and champion me to say and who cry na say you know be most that the color efra inti ebi the wakwa say sample we no good and but no say every day na but they come market no there you are not there. Into that national moral compass is very key. And I think this is why you been here more the robot for no. Because any never also the other year they are pesika. But before I be realizing now what we feel so about be affected. And I think this for me, you know, and you do the issue of Galamsey, I will also
Mate, Dr. Abedu, message way your deal, Amos Ebo Esel. Doc, I'm highly disappointed in you. Why have you turned from the Fanti to Chi to discuss issues today? Don't forget, you are Fanti. Let the Fanti. Catch your body. Maybe I am. This is Ukraine or Brom. Catch your body. Ebo say of honorable Fanti Awuku when you to make me jaika. Catch your body, Madasi. Ebo dog say what that's a pa. Honorable Bidiako. Doc, you know, I know the church and the count. You see, honorable Bidiako.
These are very serious issues. You are Groby and Nanche. Say life and death matters. Because you crew you move brief, young creator and create him at the create. Because you might build the way you move every now and then. You share that name. Because you war default your friend is saying reasons will be free more. You never meant it. Yeah, near Janisa, near Bayan, ye come here. Me and penny for the carcass I had been completely say. These are bread and butter issues. I mean, and life and death matters. And for me, as a look, I also agree with Honorable Awuku said, we don't need more ACA enforcement. Now, FDA has said there, Kessie partner say, Omobehe I enforce a year Act 851, the public health. Your friend say, Emra na wohono, in any tree 1914 year. There's all to the bonnie become one. A very, very, very profound. Because ni will be a piano, in your qua bontia, wouldn't you pour a quacoto? A didimois of a quacushi, our baby. A dear program, no more ya, Mamma Menecasai. Nay, a program, wine organizer.
No, the video just came up because they noticed say the echo so no. I think say where my Menacasana no massa.
That's a program. No, it's a program. It's just about one of these assembly health programs. I think.
as obi akọ
ye be na ya boy ye di ho
no ye ka ye be sorry ya tue obi ka so nya adwuma
sure
and ye kro mu ha no ye how pa ba akọ no e ba se ye can say ya na asefu fro and I me betra bia to say and I've deliberately taken it say I will keep reminding on say nsuo eyi ya say nsafu fra ba ye jai ho asem ka mesre say empanifo a ye mo asede say mo hwese ye baby bi o next year nsuo no say yi neti a ye nya so ha no mo ma mo ni nko ho na mo nye because that's the issue ye can say ya asem fufu bebo mu a ye ja bibia nti we ye na aba ye ni aya tete pen say ye de niam bi na ye de ye titru bode ne kwadu ni ade enwo asem nso kema then ye yafa onim say fish na ache
no quite dangerous
very
yeah
so and so ye yes anya mania but menim say no nti ene ye hihye mra onim say pursuant to the act no public health act no food and drugs authority so mo hwe no mo ma obia comply no hye se obi biara wo package aduane no body any ade ka ho obi bia o store aduane for purposes of the yeke o store aduane no unya license FFD answer see ya shamra no parliament and say na enye maye de ene na mu ntua ye ka me nkotena because obi bia it is for a reason ya be dey kura wo ba bia wo hye wo store niema no it is all license there ye kire wo omonso be ma wo akwankyere na abre ni on pepa be hwe no ma timi up for sample akọ lab akọ hwe it is a why you bibi and so yeah they take you on
and sometimes so during normal visit no omutimi ba on and now
no but the challenge is that you see some visit no some microphone she show fie ye niam o anipa in the one license a obetimi akọ ehun se mami wura ha na mami I just all call market for you know sometimes and you see market the problem is that some of them were work hokro eton nyom na store ono so ko fa fee baby and anti so person hu anti no say wan kase wo a wo ton no keke na beje license wo a wo store wo a wo package because om nim say obetimi aye niema e de bibia ka ho anti no esase wo beje license fee FDA I can read it to you e wa guidelines it is one kwankoje dia na is what to amamra but unfortunately no when be share say
e na ka me ba baby say no what to amamra no why so said yes mra no so no
but you see I mean nim say metimi aka ne say ya ye how pa we krom ha no convenience ayenya wo partisan politics wo de ma yenya na kete say woni license a untimi kura ankɔhye kwadu betense mu okroma afi de ya mo de aba mo adwuma
ye de ye ba
ye ma mo kwan no aye ne mo pe
nsa na oye no garam say
o say nkomo me ni nkomo na ye kama what you say enya ne sa so that is the main challenge that is the main challenge na bibia sipa conveniently no bi de akɔhye amanyoko bi achi na amawe nra ensene nansa yi sofo kusi odizan
kusi boaten
ya sama no ka
ada okande
say I was so obe chimi because Dr. Baumia madam for why never chimi na ne ngoche Dr. Baumia na kasa let's stop this
so you were not in there me I was seated in there among the congregation in Minkas one cancer he was speaking in a context or say meba because there were even NDC people there were people not say oh no he has friends now that for power bako any Baumia area or see they are like my brothers and my sisters they no na bia on me nya adwo na abetumi atunko na ebetumi yes but so don't put it that way we do it menim me okay na do ya out menim me
unim say conveniently obi di boni wo krom ha e be e kone moaye
no say metro video
no problem we dey do aka let's condemn niam dey e because he are here no everything to do with enforcement any say obi di boni obi di boni no me just obi di boni na say say ekopa say yes sorry say see ya akochichi nipa say wo ni license say obu akwadu wo ni license say obu ebode a obeti wo kroma okura beka bi say afi de ba bi am de adu no but that is our issue because the law is clear here this I don't make control mame I'm say 2020 now I know why this any guidelines for licensing of food manufacturing facility 20th April 2020 but emra papa oko kan ahase ya o kan 3.1 no ene 3.11112 a or say food manufacturing facility we define uhia license no a say then a food manufacturing facility a commercial operation that manufactures packages labels or stores food for human consumption and provides food for sale or distribution to other business entities such as food processing plants or food establishment. It will say for the purpose of this guideline, the purpose of this guideline is to provide guidance to prepackaged food manufacturers, producers, or the requirements of the Food and Drugs Authority and the procedures by which food manufacturing facilities shall be brought into compliance with Part 7, Section 130 of the Public Health Act. What kind of Public Health Act now? Or should I say SSM regulating? It's no number of guidelines. So that is our issue. Because, look, human beings naturally, near selfish, be a easy shortcut, be a easy way. But Myanmar, or mind be so near maybe I want to mean any sort of run the edge. To crown rain so better. But the knee, be a shen baby and your pay. Enforcement no na see I don't know staff strength them say can want them of FDA and I was say be a pijam and I feel say inspectors especially see pijam near pijam munswa omunkoye adwuma nse ne yesese omoye because en pempi ne be fa nipa ye tuo omuka so omunye adwuma omu be kona problem na da so compromises bebre o ma obi bi kakra no wagya no no ye ne ope but the kwa obeto aduane adi obenum nsuo I agree nsuo esem nso ye problem because yenim amongst other way no galamsey any ade any even general mining the use of unapproved chemicals omode eye nsuo ya nso na ye the source of water systems ni ade enti ye nia no ne ye say nsuo no de maye ya ho it is a major issue ye betimi aya am say ye be kan say aka omo ayetu omuka e wo that me mfa anything like galamsey asan meka I will not take anything I dey good politicians so you would need pay so mo ye adwuma bi are they doing the work there bia no omo no ya shieldom na say me ne ye Awuku ene obeka kan say galamsey ni e kona nkoyi ono ba ban mu a ni solution ye den ebe wi ase no omo ayetu omuka obi aye adwuma wo EPA obi aye adwuma wo Minerals Commission 20 years 30 years na adwuma no so sori anopa eso okokohwe ye wo Minerals Commission omo inspectors what are they doing but the baby no me no be enu ayen ko galamsey unyi ni so say politicians mo so mo ka ho mo na mo interfere e ma wo mo so mo adwuma mo ye no I have said maka wo baby bebre say me sa se mo bi aka me fa maka wo baby ni nti am fa ne say dey me ba me nka say enya no kretie metie ma ka say enya no kre me nka so say no kre minimum no but me kan say tie dabi me pa cho tie me we e bi nso yusu sa de no de ye ne ma we ase pa me kochina me say permit ayi bayi flat bayi me can say because minimum say bi ye wo technocrats ye djuma engineers wase a deals a omo nkrofo isisi adan wo no ye we have no idea just true politician why DC obeba obedi Nigh ebi okro only 2 years ni areshafo no but say before I will be so ebe hide operating that manner no ne what the higher authority means why ye me do enye ni nia but me ebi wo ho but why ye nya sa de no so onim ye na nti ni entumpon look take the person on when are you engineer you have to make sure sa de we no me kan chiro hwe o de o be di tron chiro mo nka wo radio so say honorable Asumasi and the catcher ne say onjai say nipa ne bra wakosi edan wo eyi call him out any phone me froze here it will be recorded and yet kasanimpo at least there will be a recording of me line about any other sometimes take the the person
okay matisi form
and to see anya ne sana se kan se da bia the special manofo a me amete hey sense mo aye ke me ni hunim dia me nkoya adwuma wa FDA da But what must say? Yeah, training no so say. Me kochi obi a politician beka say me njai no. Etina unsu media ni wajenedi. No aka so okay ni njai system no. Me so me ni training wo mu as a politician. Ye we asami ni training wo mu as a politician. Etina system no ye build anything. Epi baby, let's call people out. Say who now ye engineer, who now ye FDA penny. Why is this happening there? No me kan say ya so honorable asu me si na se ma me nkonko ye. Ebi bebre bi o hentesa. Because over the years, MPP NDC, a trouble, a wama, a nippon namase de yenema. I'm telling you, I know where the galamse in some way again.
Yentinsi want to home so honomona. Daniel, do a fairy so ediaba. Or say, Abena, please. If a bo wants a doctor to speak fancy, then please tell Honorable Sammy Awuku to speak Equiapem cause he's from Equiapem. Okay, he's from Equiapem and also from Mampon Hands.
In the office, woman.
Okay, it's the end also, and now so far I am the corner. I don't know what Galamseyers are operating with impunity. Mahama na enemi bisa say bano galamsey de ACA if indeed senkofo etu te said the punishment any hono mama womo te said the mra bia ni hono ma obi tu eye galamsey ya emra no ni bedia na eno no echese enforcement no ena anase sa enforcement mechanism no ena enye juma anase no ena afeliye se we dey compare. Because meaning say yet dena pretoso beba nti ma me free hono what to compare 2017 to 2020 and also dealing with it no politics mum and I say a problem na say a weak institution and also na enye jumanti ama ebinum emine with that impunity no honorable Awuku say dey free ho
mama
bansa na obesha say no Salom and so say tolerance of composure of the discussion. Kudos to the panelists. Inti yaboma baso. Inti edu ha say no. Me pese sa composure na no. Motu aso sa de mame. Mba motu omate.
Mfampa bonte che.
Abra yati.
Dog me da say. Awuku.
Maybe kind of abna it's a very serious national issue. Na mestre akasa so kakra. River Pra on Twaba, Brim River on Co Party Congress, River Densu on Cra Party card. Na and then across Yemaimuha, in Subia and Honomoa, and ye contaminated. Aside that, there's a big gap between promises made by President Mahama our campaign in 2024 to now, Obetenas was Ghana Mampeni. And there are very turbidity levels in water. Senabe omo a chioment me anti as a chim say in Siono say assay level in Pempenso do now to say you measure. Sometime last year, a part of central region, greater part no munye nsuo kra no, isan nsuo ni bia kwanyako Ghana waterfall facility ewo no ma na nsuo etimitim. The most dangerous aspect is that nananom omoye they are the revered owners of even our lands. Oh yenkra ase ene yenkro nketewa mu bi. Now nananom are being forced to be at the forefront when nananom mumno esomoweche. Nananom are doing that because they somewhere the last pillars standing. Nananom inkra military, nananom inkra police, nananom inkra law enforcement agencies. But then yadani yechiatre nananom eninchima. This government has failed in a monstrous manner, monumental in the fight against galamsey. The Presbyterian Church of Ghana not too long ago, a couple of months ago, declared a season of red means stop galamsey. Because someone sorry so appetite across the country. Oko ahafo the Tano River today, and now me who a publication. Na nanoma petition mampeni to come to their aid. Mama me sure say ufia hafo. E bia wo de ene wutin kran. Wo busu afo dodo no a egusu wo mukrom. Me fi Eastern, Efi Ashanti. These two regions are also under siege. There was a video no na me share of many NDC for the campaign time. So what is a President Mahama winnie we omo catch Galamsey boys illegal. Mo for mo tools no for equipment fatissimi. Adan one sem no it has caught up with us. The reason why we are discussing the food assem contamination I'm can say a nexus with even the water. What can ya yes please and the chemical no be kwa koto. Insuo na we connected from the polluted rivers within our cities, within our villages, and maimuna as a result of unchecked illegal mining gone rogue. We are a nation under siege about illegal mining. The kind of voices that we heard when President Akufo-Addo time, emu software near the preaching, emu civil society, mu media for ya constantly, obeko media houses in Buwana ya di ensure different types. Today it has gotten worse, not better, according to all statistics. Behind the statistics are human lives. Statistics in your human beings, but behind the statistics are human lives being lost. And then you won't encola mofra with deformities. Last time I met a report from Konfuanoche. Ubi wan ma yebe wa bofra no na ne huni ni ho. Yebe wo no na chese na so no da ko ni ho. Minia Bediakon, he is in a very difficult situation as a member of parliament for Akwatia. Ibiane say no ka say okokan be politics no. Me afanya because momo de ye. And now baby ofi ba me ye mahye bedwani of a mining constituency. Oti hey me to sapa pa wakonyan because topic no nya ya me fa time ni na 10:30. Wa said I on abrana woman means say la lie. Mame obenya me na me catch us obenya sa topic we no. Ono no okono left obetima lusu okọ right one way you obeti primary school obetima lusu. Nti onipa sa no topic we me no a e ka senka aka se bia me wo committee meeting bi no ajaman na yetimi abombi.
Nasa na no mo dey politics na say
nya identity na na. Nti make us mo dey politics and I don't fault it is that they wanted the nation's attention to be focused on it. There's nothing wrong if politically you raise the temperature on a matter. But it has gotten worse. Missing some George Monia. The fellas got over you can say Ukra presidential authority, executive presidency. Within a week, crowded me and stopping I'm saying. Minia Sam George. These are not friends, these are brothers. And near many people can Sammy Jenfi on how a Akufo-Addo buying how much as a galam if you ever say on a scale of 1 to 10 and the Nanado Galamsey was 3 out of 10 today you're 9 out of 10. Accra Kumasi Road now all driving towards Kumasi your left and right in some of the communities you see open Galamsey. You had report for the first time in our history police for backyards somewhere in Ashanti ye two. What's agenda 111 you are yen hospital ne kwa na nkofo nyemu ada. Omo so you identify say I bit me to be. The government promises or the AI May 2024. President Mahama said the government under him will fight even Galamsey with AI. Where is the AI? Where is the AI here they fight? What comes so you're the Nimos about Nimos he keep telling you so you arrest unless you want to be a hypocrite today in Ghana, unless you are a man of God, you stand on the pulpit and want to be hypocritical. Our words see no evil, hear no evil, and our because things are going in the right direction. And you know the danger in Yenia in no buy wa crowd. Yenia no buy with the city center of Kumasi. or Takrade or Kufridia. If the villages of our country, the hinterlands, near the Bakroni. So if that is the case, all of us are at risk. Because in so now when we do no unsafe and unclean. And you may be a very rich person, but you don't plant the crops.
Produce them.
Obi a o produce the abano. Unim the chain after into the obeko. Oh, you're a big boy. Ube restaurant near Bob, babe. Yeah, massage wa frona udiji, but then near udi komuno, we are essentially your transit point to your grave. So for me,
and the work Kenya is a bang by Okaye, Ebobo, Ibinudi, or Yebe Solve, Ebeni.
They even said they will go after the kingpins.
Exactly.
President Mahama said when he comes, he will free the Galamseyers and go after the kingpins.
But you know, say the history of Galamsey, men can say within 8 years, and go back. But so we share the way I now see a deteriorating till me find say within more 8 years and I don't say even something if we are campus say within that time no more buy you know say 1 year 6 months ain't me ain't free honor.
Are you speaking for them or for the Ghanaian people? They said that within 1 week Mampeni to me by Mampenia he will stop the Galamsey. I didn't say it for them. I'm quoting my brothers. There's a mama about only more than 1 week. Perform 100 days. Manifesto could be 100 days. Go and extract it. The things they said they will establish in fighting illegal mining. President Mahama said they will wage a ruthless war against illegal mining. Today, almost 2 years into the administration, situation is worse. Akufo-Addo is no longer president. He is no longer president. MPP is no longer in government. But you promised us that you may say for the first time, you have men of God, the Catholic Bishops Conference, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Papa Pentecost of Pennycrack or Kebia, yet to talk maneno. Akwatia said the media being the fourth estate of the realm. The media, your silence is noisy. The people of Ghana mujina in the gap between the people and the agents of accountability. Why are you too silent? It is affecting all of us. NDC, NMPP are same thing. It is the government of the day on no control, the military, the police. They came with a manifesto. Opposition cannot implement manifesto, so stop comparison. Opposition, we don't implement, we talk. Talking you can't stop, we will talk.
Okay, but you see for
me, you know the me see for no. But you know it's a time near more. Maybe because me see for. I have to respect myself. Okay. A time near more. But the reality is that the silence of civil society. Omo environmentalists are not omo trouble for kesiye. Omo na sabi asofo kukudam. Now they're asking us to pray instead of fixing the matter.
But say so of the view say spiritual.
How is this spiritual when the human being is carrying a bow and arrow, carrying tools in their assassin? How is that spiritual? Spirits don't carry a champagne machine. Champagne machine, spirit burn a tissue. This government, for me, the biggest tragedy is the government itself. And you see, another dangerous aspect, which is not part of your topic, but to be a missing from Bankanjo.
Responding because we see from
first day we are busy as they say you're dealing with the bread and butter issue. Galam says they are breaking down buildings across the country. Schools in the 100 years, hospital facilities here because 24-hour market. So digging further. Digging further.
So what I say no come on me person would no wrap up.
Maybe what aroma. When you say we have a mic to wrap up. We are making say we are not in normal times with this Galamsey matter. And the government is benefiting from this illegal mining because they are only interested in the figures and the gold that from the mining sector. So they are looking at gold board sustainability. They are looking at the sustainability of say you two gold near their gold board. Now some shipping it out. Near they are performing, but our lives, young blood into Akwatia, a blood money that we are getting from the mining sector. That cannot be. And I think that I want to challenge.
But Oma State is they don't buy gold.
Madam, what are you talking about?
Illegal.
They have several tiers. You have aggregator. What tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And the people now so far the animal. What's he had now? Because of being caught at the animal or restaurant. Madam, when you produce here.
No.
Madam,
so,
don't.
You don't know
you know that one you can challenge them. The gold that is produced from Ghana's mining sector and the small scale miners, artisanal mining, greater percentage illegal mining. Don't confuse yourself. Me mako akwa underground during campaign. Me ko Prisia Huni Valley. Nyamde me ni ko hu ye underground. Udo on my say like a whole city. It is out here. Na mo shafo. Then I was shocked to see a colleague, a NDC team, to UK or Can High Commission. No, you're Deputy Communications Director. Why? Germany. I said, what is a Mohammed Winnie? More from tools here and forest. We are where we are today because of government. The gap between the promises made and what you are witnessing. Mr. Papa no for. Yes, civil society and the media, your silence is noisy. And Ghana is sinking in this Galamsey matter.
Honorable. Okay, Kasa, about 20 minutes. You see. Yeah, now. But anyway, flag bearer and say wakase ni here ne political power. You bet your masse. Otherwise, a young home principle. Answer me shasi minti we view. Who say you can say ye ba President Mahama can say Kimpings in the here. Roughly, who now what by no. You also we need to do more. Because if Nana Moy coming to fight Galamsey, at the same time, 24 economy, Yatitianopa, Captain Smartavia, some Nazi media, what Namdia any editor. Pache, Galamsey has some personal money, Ukum Tano area, Sano, 2024, Uti, no car, or Kako committee, also called Pristia, or underground, Okuhuni, and all my side, and near Wabai. Say, and na me kutu on for. Oh, you see, Debbie. Once that wouldn't tell us. And somewhere you are kind. Come as a so Bapa provoke me, but you see, we would surely play your record in 2028. About a back to an into how pre-to media, Dr. Baunia. And your record, I would see no now as compared to Why are you asking Dr. Baunia to bring his programs to fight? But you speak for him. Dr. Baunia should be able to tell us differently. Because what we are doing, you're the blue water guard. We should do more, but we haven't done nothing. America need better. We've done something. But you see, so what could so say make sure your promises against campaigns. You're incoming chairman. Your promises say you better revoke Sam Rana, Mosi and Franco Tree and Forest in Yano. You're revoking. You're fighting AI. You are fighting Galamsey with AI. I know you're doing. Maybe who are your manifesto? Mr. Manifesto that manifesto meaning who baby. If you want to that you see Nyaboche. What you are young man. Yes, you are presidential material. That's no but we've done far better than we are. Oh, come on. With the water level. Now what are the assessment of Bojumano? Say, aren't you being unfair? For 8 years, most scorecard in your bottom, and you want to compare me 8 years you think now to 1.5 years. Because you can never compare 8 years na dia we you know. And from the 2 years 1.5 years. You are being unfair. 8 years we are
Ghana ni bi o show bi an rebe ho.
Oh Daddy, you see Daddy Sammy undoubtedly Galamsey is a problem. Daddy Galamsey obianum is a problem. But to be frank with you, the way manner almost fairly ain't maybe so wa worry asem so person obi ka oni ukubo wan konko bi so obi awaja aware nra
obi so be catch us no
omo ka bo nya so kwasre kwan abefa so aja awuku Daddy
also obi to me jai regret it
obi a mpempi no nkofo efo de ka aware asem no e omo aye successful. I'm telling you, the best teacher I experienced. It's the experience I so a failed driver. A failed driver. Obia wa kotrika dia kunya accident.
When you see 20 minutes I want
solution. You see 20 minutes the
by now.
Solution back na you will
me pacho.
Chicken pay. Minister for environment. I'm open and
minister for land. No. Amabua. There is suma ma
Minister, Abujina person won to me 2 times. You will go for the Sonia Bonibia. One thing will grow. Or say, won't to me your bonibia. Frame pop what you been secret under. And you're reporting that terms of pen and out in your parent can or the house. And you're reporting national officer of your party. What's that? Minister, and that you knew say that this Galamsey idea you'll be uncomfortable because you are unable to the situation. But we need to do more.
Mami bisa mumie, doc memo be mami bisa mumie no. Uyetimi enya eye alternative way.
Bisan
ebetimi aboa eye mining community. Entumrika enko. So even if we say eneni akasa ye so eye Galamsey asanase yetu ase kana. Esi etimi enya bibia ebesi na nan ama enese youth no o ne dwuma bi a wo ya. O se entumrika nka se okwakwa kutu Galamsey.
No, there is a problem. And that is not political. It's a huge challenge. Galamsey no komo na ye din. Say politics na odi be mu na. Ni yesi ye din komo, e be din komo go ni problem. Mami ncho, hwe.
Okay, so ka say.
Nkofo a yes adwuma. Any the kind of sika o mu hu no. What the alternative livelihood you be I na with you.
Just no enfa.
Yes, it mean to us. No, so you see there is a major problem. We all know this.
Political interference.
That is the problem. No, you see political interference and it's still the same as Mekai, you know. Political interference na ye can me maka me constituency ni say ensure metie me here pa me ba ma nka
so penny Bekai say ahemfo any politician any wo mo ho film say the be fight
political way no me
ebetimi as
my constituency omunim me maka say wo ye adwuma baabi na enyi nsuo enye forest na bibi ni a ebetimi ahwe aka. But so me say that me nkasa me say bibi ni ebetimi aka me say ebetimi aka but ukutunsium the major issue we have ukutunsium ukutu forest and framingbo and they know
who can we
they know and nobody obi enu obetimi aka only me consensus look my law enforcement officer bi enu obetimi aframe obetimi aka wo fidie so say ukutunsium insium bremumu na makase man the kwai no ntu me yes ada and I can say that confidently
2 minutes mama dey
wrap up man fa we nti mesre Galamsey asem no nyama mienu na me yeden and look or can the amanyosem keke or can the amanyosem keke obo ntimi nyare the issue na be livelihood matter and kofo feel say duma mi ye and na land tenure system asase na ene dia yes constitution ne say a good year was here yo but ono hu ne sa o say asase media me pese me ton de ma asumesi it becomes very difficult obechi asase wura ni wachi ni otu and now obechi why it becomes very difficult so because a livelihood matter and when so therefore ko gu baby e cost ye costope omo a eye galamse ya na community ni nara ema mema e say yes yem pene omo ye Ghana fo ope the tube spray omo ni a no it you do baby a na so obaba maybe just maybe me the ene say obi yemma education in kokese say yen kasa obi enyai mine se wo baby pese utu a bejen krata ne ehwese baby a wo no emme baby a ebe ha ensu ya na se bi
community mining and so
community mining go so koso ya lunch bi wo kro ye friend say in my region ya lunch bi wa brem ene ade eno no aban na ema lease no na ko omatwitwa e de ama regulated. I think that is the way to go. But you see MPP no nipa bi nso wo mo concessions o nya years ago oba betoy asaban but ne tunumu no nipa na eso bejen krata there is a difference between lease and the license so benya lease na aban na assign amount but benya license na nkasa to mine no eso ko EPA eso ko Water Resources Commission eso ko eyi bebre na okoko eno no mpem bebre nipa enkonkutu and one other enkonkoje license one other challenge amase hu obi e hold lease your friend say side plan they attach it. Yes, master jafo. No kwenya permanent. Dako so a law enforcement officer say ko na mun kon stop yo mun ko che yo. Nipa no kwa no nipa no de lease na chance me license wa. That is the lease. So je di na ye de that call. Ya training no to read side plan o nim say wasas ni fi hakoka ha. Often no you have minors who hold this lease but not you two of every kra enye. So and that
is the problem.
It's a problem.
Honorable, so over Kaime and Mashabe Jenny, yeah, something is it a J or one and Abisha has a crada?
Honorable Germans.
Yes. Or say majority of the people of Mutsu a mining in a prospecting license.
Yes.
It's
a problem. Yes, because prospecting and say all the mining. They were prospecting license, you know. Niama eka huni niya o de mine
no
so what you say but on the mine there is a problem
you but o de mama wo me so me so na dock emre mu bi why me say wa so wrapping up no we and was invest me so dog me so fa
check na be make say sabiti
ya come man so catch you
abna say sabiti dem pa na be make because winning me dey mean here some 1 minute 2 minutes you I was saying come here
what dey kasa
Doc is an environmentalist.
We hear some 1 minute 2 minutes. He said, "What can we
more 10 minutes.
What can she be?
Me more 10 minutes.
Man, 8 now I'm 2.
What's time for you?
They wrap up.
Abna.
Do.
I me that say, Honorable Sammy, Honorable the Akwamu, na we are lawyers. I me that part. He say, "Omuti brasi ni mumbrem." Iti me start akasa afamra ho. Abna wo hwe ye Minerals and Mining Act 2006 and that mean him
as amended.
No, the original one. The kind number 1 me kind tree. A good year bia ya media maye ewo ya natural state. Say wo asasiase and asase ni so. Say wo nsuom. Say nsuo bia mu de bia wa Ghana ha no say wo he say bia de bia wa Ghana ha bia no or say is the property eye oman no ejapade na ye de ahye omanpani ni nsa ye de ahye omanpani ni nsa in trust for the people into gold o den aye bia ye kan ho asem bia gold bia na ye kan ho asem bia say free galam say free large scale mining no mbra no say omanpanin na ye in control. Abna wo call ye constitution 1982 constitution article 36 offense clause 9 on say e no o say oman no be fancy say bia e so fe bia say o de be bo o de be safeguard kan twi kra kan say o be ba ho ban na o de siesie ye environment senior beya datchefo na o kind of brofunu posterity while cooperating with and need put their inshada nye Minerals and Mining Act as more kind say good bia na o magana he bia shahe cry o manpeni say the same constitution 1992 say o manpeni and I say o mine which is led by the president and I say this of here say your environment ni akopon dia chair ni aidan abo ho ban se na ba ya temfo ni omo ya wo mo ende omo ya be wo mo wochena betunya ho mfaso me ka wo ya kwesi so say honorable Sammy Awuku honorable Bediako say mo meyi na yetum say problem na ya ka ho asem galam say whatsoever no yentumi nka na yen use the politician no emfani free. Let's call a spade. Abna EPA are responsible for managing or regulating our environment. Minerals Commission, I'm not sure say you be too good near the good. I mean, all the minerals commission a shop monster. My main come do pay. Water Resource Commission would there come home because they show common ED and also another regulator. Sir institutions me in some way. Sincerity higher can answer me. When I appoint your CEOs. I am appointing CEO for the EPA say anything about the environment biano cohesion promote na protect mami appointing Minerals Commission CEO say anything about gold biano make sure say cohesion and Water Resource Commission and all that in that one some say I can galam say commodity me say we be aware maka won asem fit na ko fadra be so because so make sense we dey me person make back and forth in a way see the issue is that problem ni say you issue say problem ni say
can say guso say and say to say nene say guso no I mean that's the truth
honorable Bidia
yes
I want to dog and he call you
no one day madam for me we are jai
what I think some best say name so they are big
until now see me
okay I mbacho kasa
abuna nti ye kan dasem and dasem they say social statistics are 45% to 50% of non-communicable diseases and they contribute to death owu there's a Ghana ni wu the likelihood say owu no owu ye no non-communicable disease say yare aye so ko fan free baby so bi ni aduane bi odi ye na mo osa owo na ba eno ho asem na hisi aye kan ende asem aye kan ende no say abuna oko western north Ashanti region most of these mining areas no are the full way na no and the teacher need try there on trem kwala say water is colorless bi mu on to mean trem kwala na dey say water is colorless because you should not be example man kwala say water is colorless you should know and colorless and no come aye di no see I teacher no bet me a trem kwala say ampa water is colorless teacher the be say call ebia water region water river no and no do akwa fa ho am saying na still na to say any ye eda ho apart from no see it's almost impossible so because say any other water body we Ghana bia no e so any da ho kunjan apart from say so ni ayi tea no you so na egu ho no see akoye chemicals nko na egum aden and what say na can say no my point is that the best himfo the best wine the best politician the best you bet me blame game ni sir but at the end of it all no embrano put a lot of authority a lot of power to me champion or manipulation or to be said the minister is a minerals and mining act and her minister a very key role the minister in charge of mining so be say you two a good no say be I mean emphasis on poni bia efambre and it say na ya kasa galam say amani mo so na nsio say na problems bebre ba ye pa mo chow ye mpenifo asisi a mo wa ben mo asisi a mo hwe Ghana so mo hwe ye nse so mo hwe ye forest so you are responsible into mo try say mo dey blame kwa show bi na everybody is under you obi a say wase ye ti krom na president because obi a say the mo bi MP COVID time and then or the mass command no any constitution no anka constitution ni wanko president ni tumi ye any day hin
state of emergency
and then not dream declare whatsoever and constitution embra no and I'm happy they are lawyers and all these institutions EPA and Minerals Commission can want say no they have laws and wudi ye adwuma into then they say mo kwan say mo tumi fan brand fan ye adwuma nti nipa na oya galam say from ho no and now here na ye kana so ohin so same brand no yes na mo pese mo kata debio assemblyman na obo magalam say ekoso no which editum say assemblyman no oboa magalam say na ekoso assemblyman no also say mbra na dey adwuma no is that what we are saying and they say it was state of anarchy and I said there's no leadership we can't take that as an excuse abna yen to me fa eno enfa ye excuse na yen jai problem na nkoso no me jim
nani abre
no
me so man enkasa honorable bedi akon empre do kasa do kawanse
me see abotre na BPRL I'm sure kasa wa
about to be passionate about
I know right
it's good to be passionate about it.
Hard dream.
Good to be passionate.
And then we are free.
And
we are free. I'm part of that. Me coho. A national mining dialogue. We are working Pisky.
Okay.
Area me I'm likely to be part of the panel.
Okay.
Abna, share Tima ye program no. Team no. Ye can galam say asemi eni abre no. Team ne say rethinking the social license to operate. Abna ti you me can be rethinking the social license to operate. Abna e social license a e kire say mine na ye tu no se ne be ya timemfo no benya omu gige no omo som na omo abo na wo mane na eden akoso. Onu ade ya me ya o team we hu. Galam say na e koso na nkasa no. Community na no bebre ebi eden eka ho. Na omo ya galam say no.
Ebi kwati nkofa binum free baby omo nye within the community no kraba. Invite woman on one
a whole setup. I mean last me called am so ho baby ni ade. Ni nkofo do ufri here am fi Togo, ufri here Burkina, ahoho gum Nigeria for gum. China for the say nya nim nyam so ye boa. So the social license to operate at this time in 2026 I say and there high can that I'm saying I wish the team is not even about social license to operate. Because you see you have a national mining dialogue. Let's say you see obi your dialogue abna ya tini say it should be how person then we discuss or dey promote the sector no just the talk to adwin into say talk to adwin na say adwin e beto to dey say kase na you can about social license to operate na you can rethinking sustainable mining na bibia.
Because the question is abai we say o use mechanism we say we use but it appears say none of it na ye adwuma.
It tells you say this program we are going it tells you say a buying an interest as it stands now no the senior president painful is for us to get more gold and support the economy which mean I don't have a problem because gold is saying but the issue is about engaging in sustainable mining send you gold now emphasis on so I wish Uncle Sammy Jenfinin for this program. I really wish say the discussion was about sustainable mining whatsoever and not say we want to mine but want to get societies or community support. And that whole. But it tells you how are you focus then at here. It tells you your priority. And you know where is no go so galam say now Akwatia say relax on them no we don't have to relax on them. Abna I was say bia so say fashion here say boys no betumi I good mining putting good mining practice I was say and yes sir mami share nko I can say o makasa na me my say na me ti cry me ya because if you know you can na just say me dream what is happening on the ground abna na cause grounds na yo Minister for mining honorable Kofi Lands and Natural Resources Kofi Amaboa yes sir we feel embele we nim ne koso ho
anyone say over one minute we revise what we
I don't want to person meeting now we are in charge of the sector one
say be soon enyo no kwa na soon
abra debi sanko we don't have to condone the organize leadership leadership comes responsibility leadership and you supposed to down so that say we minister ni debut na
say ko to say etikese can say ya simple
no honorable
I say ya obi have blame game you betimi hire we are not dealing with the genuine issue
we are telling leadership say they should be responsible.
What do we do
abna
because we ala say my direction ni ya
honorable kasa men kasa gbe mi kasa ni more dog pacho kasa ye brena so an senti rap ya
dog ye den
abna number 1 adeni na se be de kan kasa say look ye fa bia ye nkoti ye mfa ye mra no entumi mfa ye mra no fa ntun chaman ye everything bia ye ka ho asem is about the laws but you say
yan chichi obia
na ye kwachi kompo na abi ye nipa bebe ya chi wo mu yi ono bebe ya ekosi hinfa
ya chi bi
ebi ko na ye ya je ni bi no ene ya fa list
what's the problem no say munya hype ade no dey mimi nya o hype ni ade nipa nkoko ta bu ndi achi ni nipa akase ma ye kezi ama bi no mu a ango ya
na ya je kan chere me
no is there right
dodo no ntimi
oh me kasa cases ama oh in my practice my more than 10 ebi enyom to look one time me about no be 14 e won free constituency ebi mo hwenwa ni a omche kom ko hwenwa wo wura mu om ko che e basa soup no ye che obia
sama me kan e no nyima
me see
nti wo mo constituency
omo no de omo no that was in 2022 omo no ye
o se time on abokasa no ka say ono ne constituency uku mani wo shum ni ade wo de assemba on person obeti wasem also make a statement okay it tells you the attachment of the politician in these discussions honorable to so Minerals Commission
no but you know as for cause here BBS MP there they rasa
but politics of it no the politics of it
but me enforce law no any day
the politics of it no say issue no
be free why no akoko ni mobile phone no aton credit who three share no free
issue no ba no be
ko ye ma o be free
no no na mu wi but I'm saying some direct say
abuna you see remember you saw no be na me dia me you saw banana some na me dia can say me saw no na some dia
me ma say my head kan ya yen
go kasawati
my to so be my
2 minutes me ma obi eto
send out my me who me 2 minutes
abana better me
o de o china ye be sa ba bio ye ba
issue na that no so papa in favor no obi so echire mi bia magana force hey
when ejire
serious matter
no it is a very serious matter very serious matter but one will say doc
me so me time na so
one hwe ya o me makasa se me
abra
odofo me no you bet you fu ni also you organizer pe you bet the prisons na abra di pa na beti
it's bonne na selective na because
so we need to engage them because ade we ono ne bre no che
Abawe has failed in the fight against Galamsey. Say again it's important say young politicians no if we do not stand up na
problem now it will be
against us
no
you are thinking about the next election but the next generation is
not thinking about the next election
come on ntum hocho
abre the politician so mo twem ho free way mu a you see omo because of omo vote ni omo win elections say no okay call ne ba anka the normal circumstance there after me Awuku catch media Minerals Commission for Communals Commission for ho na ka watwe no ho free home but ono so ni say nipa ne frɛ no na wanje no so a e bia next election so nipa na den empushi ama no and that is where the problem is the politician no is our problem now the politician no is our problem with Galamsey and I repeat for the last time abena politicians no omo na map Galamsey no still yentumi ntwa ase until say omo betwe omo ho efiri ho unfortunately they are the ones appointing all the leaders until no oye Minerals Commission CEO and so oye penny or that one no nim say politician appointing
doc wo ho dem no nya adwe politician aye den ya
honorable
den ya
Dog,
yes,
dog,
the politician is a problem.
Politician,
say your government, your party brought